So, this is something a little different. It is me looking at my own video, pretty much. It would be something cool to have my sort of creative, my ideas behind it about maybe as things go on, I can have show some insights as to the series as a whole, like some stuff that went on in the background, ideas that got scrapped, things like that. I don't expect this to be anywhere near as popular as enjoyable at the very least. People may be here or not. Either way, I will be here to commentate on the series and give, my ideas and thoughts and things that happened throughout it and sort of the development of stuff. That'll be cool. So, fun fact, this is actually the second version of episode 1. The original files for the original episode 1 long time ago. So, but I had actually remade it pretty much immediately after. I pretty much remade it immediately after finishing that episode because I didn't really like how it went. And I had a sort of higher quality standard when uploading things to Newgrounds than I did to YouTube. So I had remade it to try and make it even better for a Newgrounds upload. And so that's where this came in. And this was actually made at the same exact time as episode 2 was being made. Which, if you compare this to the original episode 1, it's not a massive step up, but I think it is a noticeable step up, where the original fight between Nazo and Vic was just struggle combos over and over again, and then he just punched him once and that was it. I wanted to add more to it for this, which it's not much. It's very simple, very rudimentary. It's nothing very impressive. But it's whatever. I actually made that effect. This was at a time where it's like I didn't have a lot of effects, so I kind of made my own effects. It was a different time. I do think this is a step up from what the original episode 1 was. It's a lot more tight-knit, I think, but still not good. But we all start somewhere, so for anyone who thinks that they're not doing too hot or whatever their stuff, look at where I started. Where I started wasn't good at all. It's pretty much me riffing on Vic and Marnik X and with some slight LGD Vegito and Dawning of Darkness inspiration. But I was like 14 at the time. Was I? 2010? Yeah, I would have been 14. So I didn't have a lot of experience with any of this stuff. I really didn't even practice either. It was just me. I grabbed Flash and had just started. And of course, it's obvious what inspired me by some of the sprites that I use as well. Like these old Marnik X sprites and all that, and Vic sprites. No impact on that on either of those kicks. Oh, white pixels. White pixels on the shit. That sprite should have been above Vic in retrospect, but whatever. I was working on very minimal layers. I think I used like 5 or 6 layers at the time. Here's the song's Quest for Power inspiration going in. Music choices that don't really fit the scene either. That's another thing. Is I've really just used what music I had on my hard drive, which most of it was Sonic the Hedgehog tracks, and like a lot of the vocal. Most of what I had was just vocal tracks of vocal tracks from the Sonic the Hedgehog games. And a lot of Crush 40. A lot of Crush 40. Fun fact, the reason why that glow happens is because I didn't know how to do a tint. Fun fact, hey man, wasabi, soy sauce, that's an old joke. That's an old joke by me and some of my buddies. Oh god, we were back on Skype, when was that? It was me, my buddy Austin, who used to have a YouTube channel called Possessed Tales, a buddy of mine, Teru, and Zaya, and Vulcan. None of them are probably none of them are around anymore or do anything with sprite animation or like watch YouTube or do any of that stuff, but oh, and Ernesto too, my buddy Ernesto. Yeah, so oh my god, Giles was a buddy of mine. Giles was in there as well, but it was like our little group of friends, and Joe the Light Ice. Yeah, it was our little group of friends of like 6-7 people. And I was making this with them pretty much watching me. And so I wanted to include like some of our like little in-jokes into it. It was, man. Oh, it makes me smile thinking about that. Fun fact, this effect that Vic is about to use right there, he used it before, I think. I made that effect. I don't know how I made that effect, but I did make the effect. And that sprite of John laying down there is my first custom sprite. I love you. I make it a running joke for since FEO didn't have turn sprites to just have him do that really quick turn over and over again. Man, the white on that green text box, it shows up well enough, but not as well as it could. And here's where my Negasonic Unleashed inspiration kicked in with having a Dark Sonic be the villain. Ooh, Shape Tween, let's go. I didn't know how to do the effect that Vic would use at the time, where it would like, I think it was like the shatter effect or something like that, where it would cause things to like blow up and break. I didn't know how to do that, so I was like, Shape Tween, looks good enough. 3 Days Grace as well. I was definitely 14 at the time. Now we're into episode 2. Not a whole lot to say about episode 1. There's not much to really say about it, but episode 2, however, is when I started to try and, like I said, up it, I suppose. Which, again, it's not much, but hey, it's something. It was pretty much me. Like, I had seen a lot of Vic's random flashes, so it was less of me trying to tell a serious story, but, like, tell a story, but tie together by sort of funny events. Like, stupid shit like this. So that doesn't make a lot of sense, but stuff that 14-year-old me thought was funny. So. And also, does it have the sound effect? Please tell me it has the sound effect. Ah, yes, the very rapid use of the footstep sounds, because I only used one frame per pose. just some minor training stuff. Not a whole lot again to really. Like, that's what I just did. When I couldn't think of anything for the characters to do because I was so young and I wasn't capable of coming up with really a lot of interesting things for characters to do, I'd watch Dragon Ball Z in One Piece. I was like, oh, okay, when characters aren't doing anything, they clearly just stand around and train. They don't have lives that they live. So I kind of just did that. Ooh, Seams in the background. Look at that. More 3 Days Grace. Dark Sonic shows up, gets to an immediate power-up. Because that's how we do it. Struggle combos. Yeah, really did not know what direction I wanted to go. I've maintained episodes 1 through 3 are not good in the slides. It was not until episode 4 I actually started trying to come up with hey, I reused the jump from the first episode. Was sped up slightly. I maintained episode 4 was when I started coming up with a serious story. And so it sort of evolved from this really simple premise that it had. Ah, yes, Uber Quilled. Yep, it definitely was 2011. And Supermassive Black Hole. Which, funny enough, I did not get the idea for using Supermassive Black Hole from Vic. I actually got it because I had watched the first Twilight movie. And I was like, you know, I like that song. I didn't like the movie, but I like the music. Ah, yes, this background is everywhere. Ah, yes, manifesting explosions, my favorite attack. I think it was the first time I tried doing a shape tween mid dialogue. Ah, yes, Super Bunsey. Which, fun thing, the reason why Super Bunsey appears in this in episode 3 and then never again until the finale is because Bunsey had actually asked me to not have his character go into the super form too usely, to make it something more special. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll make it something that's just safe then. Ah, tapioca mix, let's go. This and the sped up hysteria, or there's another song. Oh, Japan Break Industries. Those were songs as well that I would listen to forever when I was 15. Poor attempts at humor. Fun fact, Never Turn Back was pretty much, since the beginning, it was, ah yes, the swirling sound effect. Never Turn Back has pretty much been the de facto theme, quote unquote, for John, since the beginning. I think I only ever use it twice, in this scene, and then in episode 9 at the end. Ah, yes. Episode 3. Where I gave John the obligatory sad backstory. And the slow tweening FEO. I love the slow tweening FEO gag. It's my favorite. Ah, yes. He's crying cyan. He leaks cyan. He leaks the color from his eyes. Ah. Flashbang, meanwhile. I love when the characters tween and the background doesn't. That's awesome. So yeah, Xandon is telling them the backstory of John. This was, I had made Flick, but I hadn't actually written him into what the I hadn't written him into the story yet. It was a late addition into this episode. And also, he's not an alien in this. He came from a village, which got retroactively changed. But I also didn't know how to do a black and white filter. Now, if I wanted to do this, I would have put this scene into a movie clip and then lowered the brightness, and then it would have worked. But this is just like a gray tint with alpha opacity. That's also a very early design of Matthew right there on the left. But yeah, this is not a very good introduction, which is why this gets retread in episode 5 to tell a more in-depth backstory. I actually animated the character walking along the curves. Huh. I didn't have a fire effect to loop, so I just took that explosion effect and yeah. It was at the time where if you had a transformation as well, it was a Genesis sprite. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. But it was a time where if you were an advanced character and you had a transformation, your transformation was a Genesis sprite. I don't make the rules. That's just how it is. I think this song is actually from, what's it called? The Game? It's like that game with the cube where you keep jumping over and over again, is what it was. Pretty sure that's where this song is from. Ah, yes, the walk is backwards. I don't know why I kept doing that. This song was actually, fun fact, with me was the de facto theme for Sealess. So, and it gets used, I think, twice. This scene and the finale. So, I got to use both of the brothers' themes. The slow tween. There's also a time to where if a character got damaged enough, they reverted into an old design via shape tween. Again, don't ask me why. I don't make the rules. That's just how the rules went. So this was also used as a young John, but you know, whatever. Eye effect glitched out there. And now they're flying. Now they fly. It was also the time of thick black outlines for the eyes. Shape tween teleport. Hold on, I got it. Ah, solid state scouter. Yeah, and they changed from Hell Emerald in the previous thing to now they're the Apocalypse Emeralds. I kind of settled on that. Hey, Darusk, what's going on? Funny continuity error there. Vic is the one who asks where Effio is, but he's the one who sent him off. But I don't think he, I'll just rationalize and say he didn't know he had left so soon. And Chaos appears. Because why not? With some white pixels from where I didn't remove the coloring all the way. I love this song. I still love this song to this day. Can blame Negasonic Unleashed for that. I was also big in Raging Blast at the time. Raging Blast and Sonic's Quest for Power, along with Negasonic Unleashed. And I think Chaos Armageddon had started around this time. It might have still been very late quests. Might have been the late quest for the Time Stones. Early design of the Apocalypse shards. And see, you guys can like tell from the beginning, I was never good at combat. Combat was never my strong suit. I never liked doing it. I pretty much just used it as a means to get from point A to point B. Hey, it's the first appearance of JohnTB. And that effect I used that effect a lot because I made it and I was proud of it. JohnTB just had the one pose. Music edits that were not optimized? No, it was just the one loop of this. Which it loops pretty well. It doesn't loop that poorly. It's the least egregious, I think, looping section I think I've done. Also, this entire dialogue, ignore it. It gets scrapped. It never comes up again. 15-year-old me was just like, you know what, throw some dialogue here, yada yada yada, whatever, yap session, go. None of it's consequent, all of it's inconsequential, none of it matters. Good luck making sense out of it. That was actually a hint of Zanya right there, so it's not all inconsequential. That doesn't happen. That gets completely dropped. You're lying. No, they don't learn how for you how to gain control over him. That's a lie. None of that happens. You're a fraud. Also, in the modern writing, JohnTB and Chaos would not be getting along that well. Or if they were chatting it up, they would be a lot more active at each other. They'd be more hostile, definitely. John's blacked out. He don't know shit. Don't ask him. Just like me. Don't ask me. I don't know shit. I black out during all this. Ah, yes. Super Smash Bros. And now Hell Reaper Shadow. That was the thing. I don't know why. Well, I do know. I know exactly why. I kept using different sprites of the characters, or specifically the villains in general, because I was like, I don't know. I thought it looked cool. Like seeing them like change how they looked at will. I was like, oh yeah, this design looks cool. Let's use that for this episode. Oh, that design looks cool. Let's use that for this episode. Oh, let's use that design for this episode. That looks cool. It was solely cool factor. That's it. Hindsight, it's stupid. Yay! Yap over. Some action. And again, the designs change again. That was a Doctor Who reference. You didn't know. I had caps lock on so the I isn't capitalized. I'm so stupid. Oh, animation error. Thanks for Thar. Thanks for Thar. Episode 3, Part 3 has like the most animation errors, and I don't know why. It's probably because I was lazy, let's be real. I was lazy and I wasn't really paying attention to my layering at the time and not putting empty keyframes where they needed to be. Hey, dynamic camera movement, look at that. Oh, that's spoons.
What the hell? God is just breathing in today, open air today. No. I woke up, I was texting this freaking people about if I'm working today.
Cool.
And they never got back to me, so I'm not answering nothing.
Nice, Supermassive Black Hole, again. You can hear a dialogue line when Xandon does this attack here. When he does the rainbow attack. Those who can't tell, you know, I'll let y'all guess what it is. I'll only say the person who did that that dialogue line was an old buddy of mine called Austin, or Possessed Tales. He did that line for me. It's a Skittles joke, but you'll have to pay attention to what the audio actually says.
Taste the rainbow, motherfucker.
Close, but not quite.
Alright, good.
The line actually, it's like a line of him just up close into his mic going, "Taste my rainbow." That one, like, I thought was the funniest shit. I was like, I'm using it for this laser attack. Another fun fact, the original version of this episode, or this part of the episode, it had Ven appear here, like that tree, those trees moving in the foreground like that. It's a remnant of when I had Ven show up. I was like, I'll keep it. I don't feel like changing it. And so I saved him for the end of episode 4 instead, because I thought him just showing up in a fight and just helping them, even my 15-year-old self didn't think that made much sense. A stranger just showing up and helping a fight. Ah, yes. Ear-touching sound effects.
Bro.
And there's Blade. And now Austin's dead. Pretty sure this is Raging Blast 2 music. I don't really use the Chaos Shadow sprites much more after this. And I think the Chaos Shadow sheet just didn't have a lot of sprites on it, so I just was like, ditch it. Oh, it's time for the dancing coconut trees, everyone. I had this floor. I have the floor tweening so quickly that it just made it look like the trees weren't moving and the coconuts were just spinning. I also thought the character spazzing out thing that Vic did for the trolls was the funniest shit in the world. Still kind of do. It just looks stupid, and I like it. Oh boy, he transforms into the design he stays at permanently. Yes, I love Big Bang Attack. Yes, I didn't know how to put the dialogue in the text above the filter I had on the scene.
You have been a pain in my side, little hedgehog. Now you shall die.
Rodent. Yeah, I love me not knowing how to put my filters underneath my text boxes. That was great.
I wish I kept all my old stuff. You'd have had a blast looking at it.
I wish I had kept more of my old stuff. Like, you don't know how pissed off I am that all these original FLAs are lost, and I had to re-download the SWFs that I had from Newgrounds. Like, that pisses me off to no end. I wish 14 and 15-year-old me didn't think, oh, I've only got a 12 gigabyte flash drive. Let me delete my FLAs after I finish and upload an episode. I'm still, if I could go back in time and slap the shit out of my 15-year-old self for doing that, I would. Yes, and now the John that we've all come to know and love.
I ain't gotta work this weekend. I work Monday. Hooray!
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
The sandwich-loving, indigo-colored, stupid piece of shit. That is the John that we all know.
That eyeball movement is diabolical.
A character with no eyes has an eye move.
It's like, are you serious?
You're not stealing that sandwich. Oh, hey, also, the character that can't use energy attacks throwing an energy attack. And like that is where we end things off for now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little creator commentary, retrospective sort of thing for the series. I thought it'd be something really fun to do. I hope you enjoyed this triple feature of the commentary for episodes 1 through 3, since they are the shortest. I don't think the other episode commentaries are going to be put together, but that's a problem for future John and for y'all to find out once they're uploaded. So, once more, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out for this commentary. Hope you guys stick around for the next one. Don't forget to do all the fun things like comment, subscribe. Bye for now.